This is cool though. Actually, it goes like this. How does this go? Am I reading this right? Oh my. Boy, did I screw that up. So, it's supposed to fold in like this. And my knees lock it down like this. Ah, I see. But that doesn't make a lick of sense, so how does it stay? Who's this now? Good morning, one and all. I just got done filming my... Finally, I just got done filming my next review. I'm having trouble with English today. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me here. High adrenaline, I suppose. There you go, world's best something. That's from the sneakers that I just reviewed today, as a matter of fact, which I have to edit and get that up on YouTube ASAP. I do have to get up and get out in a little bit. Where's the box? I don't save boxes, so these will be caca. Right. So, I just did the review of the world's best dad shoes. I have to edit that video, get it all together and up and out to all of you to watch. Finally took some time to do that. I still have to get things done, but happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome. Do me a huge solid. Hit that like button if you're new to the channel. Also subscribe. I just got done filming these guys, which I'm wearing today for the first time. I will be breaking them in. The world's greatest dad, or world's best dad. What's going on, my friend? What we got here? We got Rianto, if I'm saying that correctly. Forgive me if I'm butchering your screen name there, but I just got done filming my review of these guys here. That'll be up hopefully sometime today, but I am going to break these in, see how they turn out. I mean, the creasing so far just by wearing them around my apartment is negligible. I've got to say, whatever Jordan brand is doing with these uppers, they do withstand an ass kicking, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, folks, do me a huge solid. Hit that like button. Always hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. You know what to do. And you want to help to support the channel, check out my eBay store, the Carolina Collector 001. The link is in the description box below. If you're interested in baseball cards and other stuff, there's a good chance I might be selling off one of my baseball jerseys. I look more fit. What's going on, Mark? I try. I really try. I've actually been taking a lot. I actually added creatine to the mix, as a matter of fact. So the creatine is also helping. Maintaining a steady diet is what's been helping. Keeping away from the junk food. You know, every once in a while, you know, you could treat yourself. There's nothing wrong with things in moderation, in my opinion. Not saying to encourage anybody, because people's words can get twisted. But anyway, like I said, man, just staying away from the garbage and the junk food. And now that I got through all this fucking drama, I can finally get back on track again with the channel and with you fine folks. But everything is sugar-free, everything is low-fat, low-carb, all that good stuff. You know, so and just keeping myself occupied, man. That's the big secret of it all, is just keeping busy and keeping your brain healthy, keeping your brain occupied, and just keeping people away who are toxic. And I hate using that word, but you do got people that just want to drag you down and pull you down to their level, and you have to climb above all that stuff, man. Leave the people at the bottom of the barrel while you reach the top and climb over. You know what I mean? I printed me out some America 250 posters from my window. I got 2 American flags I printed, and I got 2 German flags with the Deutscher Fußballbund shield for the Germans for the World Cup, and a FIFA logo. So it's a nice mixed bag of things for not just the business but the channel as well. You know what I mean? So, I'll probably have to take off in a little bit. It's already a little bit after 10:30. I got errands I got to do. I got 2 orders I do have to process, which I can actually do that right now that I'm talking about it. So, sold off a Shohei Ohtani insert. And what we got here? We have a Trevor Libertadore logo fractor from Platinum Anniversary. That's got to go out hopefully today. But man, do I have some serious catching up to do, folks. I mean, I'm lucky I even had time to actually record and film this review of these sneakers that I'm wearing right now. But I'm looking outside. Alexa, what's today's forecast?
Good morning, Walter. The current weather is 83 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has some sun and thunderstorms, with a high of 90 degrees and a low of 72 degrees. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
One new notification from Amazon. Today, there's a chance of rain near you in College Downs, starting around 9 p.m. and stopping around 10 p.m.
College Downs, that's North Charlotte, though. It still thinks I live up in North Charlotte, this thing. And I went back and I corrected all of that stuff, and it's still, I don't know, the thing must be drunk. Anyway. Yeah, so things are finally beginning, hopefully, if there are no more assholes coming in and out of my life. And I got some good news as well, which kind of takes the weight off my shoulders a little bit. So there's a little bit to discuss. Hopefully I have enough time, but we'll get right into the easy stuff. So I got these 2 eBay orders I'm going to fill out right now on camera for 2 of my customers, which is awesome. So thank you for everybody that's still supporting the eBay store, man. It's going strong. I mean, I get orders and surges. I did relist some cards. Oops, I didn't put the label on. That'd be nice, right? But I did relist some cards. I may unfortunately have to forego the maximum amount of listings. I've used up all my slots for the month, unfortunately. But I still got I got 2 stacks of cards right there waiting to go. I just got to get them up on eBay. I've been trying to clear out a lot of my older cards. Some of them have been moving, finally. That's because I've had to go back, take new photos, recomp them, and then relist them. And that's where a lot of my slots on eBay are being used up. Because the photos are very wonky. There's still a lot of photos of older cards that I never went back to change, because some of these cards have been up there for over a year at this point. And I got to start moving inventory to make room for new stuff. So, but recently I have been moving a lot more cards, which is good. And the auctions really have been helping. The only problem with the auctions, unfortunately, is that everything is set up for auto payment, so I won't see the money for an extra week until after the auctions are over. So I'm kind of left hanging to get paid. But with all that being said, it's guaranteed anyway. Once the auction is over, whoever, all these eBayers who, are using these accounts, eBay enforces that. So if you win an auction and you don't pay right away, if you have an account with eBay, they'll deduct the money from you instantaneously. So, or in some cases, you'll have to wait for a week. before you receive your payment for the order. That's like what happened with that Shohei Ohtani I just packed. That's an automatic payment that was set up like a week after the auction. So, but at least it's paid for now, so. And I think I have 2 more like that, or do I have 2 more that have bids on them? I have to check. I'm gonna have to check. So the eBay thing is still going strong, which is awesome. I might be selling another jersey. There's a New York Mets Mike Piazza jersey I want to sell, and it's not the 9/11 one. It's a no-name variant, a pretty rare no-name variant from when Piazza was still playing on the Mets. I think it's a Russell Athletic no-name jersey, which is roughly based off of the jerseys they used to use in the 60s. In particular, 69, when they won the World Series. That's when Tom Seaver and Nolan Ryan and that kind of ilk was playing for the Mets. So they wore that as like a tribute to that team with no name on the back. So I might be selling off that one, asking price $209.99, because it is more rare, or rarer, especially in that size. I believe it's a 48 or an XL. And I still have to continue to clear out space here in my home, man, because once it reaches a certain point, it gets out of control. I have to start making room for stuff. All right, so those are those 2 orders. So I don't need this in front of my face no more. That's done for now. So anyway, yeah, I heard some news from the grapevine yesterday that 1, 2, 4 people got their marching orders from here. And I've been talking about how some of the have-nots or whatnots here, have-nots, I think is a better term, who've been causing problems around here. I think, from what I heard yesterday, 4 of them have now got their fucking walking papers. Congratulations, you done fucked up, which is good. So that means a little more peace and quiet. I got to meet the new tenants up here, where my buddy John used to live. A couple of young guys that I saw. They don't look like they're going to bother anybody. Yeah, you got the one asshole who came up to my patio that one day yelling and screaming. They 86'd his ass out of here. This one downstairs, she's gone. The other asshole on the other side of the property, he's gone. Thank God. So that's some good news. But hopefully we get some good people coming back here to live here. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But what else is going down? Yeah, I've been cleaning house, man. I've been throwing out a whole bunch of stuff. How was the Durham trip yesterday? What's going on? Actually, it was quite successful. It was very successful. Everything worked out the way it's supposed to work out. Unfortunately, I'm not going to really get into it because certain things have to stay close to the chest. But it worked out quite well. It was a little aggravating going there and coming back because, man, people here in the Carolinas, they cannot fucking control themselves behind the wheel. They cannot drive their vehicles. When I came back within the city limits of Charlotte by I-77 on South End, around that area, fucking guy almost T-boned my car. And I blew my fucking stack. He's lucky I didn't get out of my car. But you got to watch people down here because this is a pro-carry state. And you don't know who's got guns. You don't know who's got pepper spray. You don't know who's got any of that shit. You don't know who's legally allowed to carry things. So, but man, this motherfucker was like an inch off my passenger door. He's lucky he didn't fucking hit me because he's too busy talking on the fucking cell phone. You know, and you guys and gals know I got 2 rigs in my car. One for my rear view and one that's stuck in my CD player. So, but otherwise it was a very productive trip. At least that's out of the way. That's one big thing that's done for. So, and then this morning, you know, I filmed I finally recorded the review for the sneakers at last, so that's on camera. I just have to edit it and put it together and all that kind of stuff, do all that and upload it. The thumbnail, I have to take a photo for the thumbnail for the video, so that I get that done. Hopefully I'll get it up tonight, if anything, or depending on the afternoon, if I don't get any unexpected phone calls or visitors or any other bullshit that's been going on, I might get it up even earlier than that. We'll see. So if you can't tell, it's still arid and still, well, it's very humid outside, but my allergies, because we haven't had good rain in a while, man. The landscapers are out there, they're kicking up all kinds of dirt and dust and all that shit, so, you know, my allergies are on a tear again today. Been throwing out a lot of things. Any of you that are still interested in those MAGA hats, they are up for sale with the exception of 2. I haven't had time to get the other ones up there. Eventually, I will get those other 2 hats up there. I'm just going to make some time. I want to have myself a little bit of lunch after I'm done with this live stream, and then I got to see it because I got a couple things that needs to be done today. But otherwise, things are finally, and I'm praying to God, please, let things slow down. No more. I had enough. No more, please. I had enough. So, also another little tidbit I found out. This guy over here, my friend Esteban, apparently flew the coop. His apartment's empty. From what I understand, he actually took off and went back to his home country. That's going through the grapevine too. I couldn't fucking believe my eyes when I saw that yesterday when I came home. The apartment is empty. I know for a fact he's not here on the property because I haven't seen his truck in weeks. So he's gone. And plus, a couple of us are preparing, hopefully, I think this weekend, to have a little bit of a get-together. If it's not this weekend, it's next weekend. I got to see my buddy, what him, his daughter, and his crew are going to be doing. Otherwise, if everything works out, I might go to the pool today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens after I get all my other stuff done, because my senior citizen neighbor has been wanting me to take his and her grandson, I should say, there's 2 of them, take their grandson over to the pool and hang out for a little bit. I've been so busy here at home. Like, I've been wanting to steam clean my carpet. I haven't got around to that yet. You know, until I get all this other financial crap settled down, man, my freaking wallet's been on fire trying to take care of shit left and right, man. To renew my license for the eBay business is like $400 for the year. I still got to take care of that, man. But still, all the other personal face-to-face shit is done. So that's next. I mean, I'm like, you know, but at least I found time to finally record a review. And now that I got the shoes on, I mean, I already spoiled it with past live streams talking about these guys, but at least I finally got the review done. And I tell you what, they're not bad except for a few nitpicks here and there. They're really not all that bad. They're Jordans. I mean, what do you expect? You know, and for the price that I paid, I didn't have to fucking argue or fight or do anything dumb online or anything like that. I ordered these from StockX. So, you know, and I got them early. It's just a shame it took me this long to review them. Otherwise, that review would have been done a long time ago. But it is what it is, folks. Did I mention Krenix came? Yeah, he finally came. I think I took a photo of it and put it up on my community page. Where did I stick that? He might be... Oh, shit. Oh, wait. The Transformers pile is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, man. I really got to start getting on the ball reviewing some of these action figures. And I already pulled out War for Cybertron Thundercracker. I've got to get Skywarp and Starscream off of my shelf and get them 3 listed up on eBay. I don't know if I'm going to do them together or separately. I have no idea. But I really got to start making room for stuff. It's just the fucking distractions. It's life as it is behind the scenes with me. It's like, I got to see how this works. I have a Soundwave up there I want to sell off. There's a couple figures up there I want to sell off and make room. We will see. We shall see. You know, I have a Hot Rod up there I want to sell because I got the More Than Meets the Eye magenta version down there that I still need to review. So the old school one that I got up there, if I could find his accessories, I'll probably sell him on eBay. Because they're still going for about $80 or $90 strong. But now that More Than Meets the Eye hot rod came out, I'm sure everybody dumped that one for the cartoon accurate one, which I got down there in the boxes somewhere. If I can grab him, I'll pull him up here. That's Shockwave. Where did I put him? Let me tell you, there's so many Transformers. That's Krennic and Gears. There he is. Okay. Yeah. That's the magenta hot rod. He's still yet to review. And he showed up a month late because I had to order this from Canada. All the reservation orders, pre-order. No such thing as pre-orders in proper English. So I reserved my copy, but I got mine a month late because mine came from Canada, unfortunately. Damn bobble-headed Canadians. But at least I got it. Eventually, I got to get around to all of these, man. There's so many fucking collectibles to review. Even this Voltron yet, I still need to review. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I mean, at least I got stuff to review. And the channel is alive, which is great. It's just getting around to it sooner than later. You know, but I do got to photograph a thumbnail for the sneakers, edit that video, upload it, and then I'll be good for a little bit. At least there'll be something fresh for everybody to watch. It was a little goofy because I didn't have any caffeine in me. So I'm kind of like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm having fun with this video. I don't care what it sounds like. I don't care if I come off like a zombie because I'm like Porky Pig. So I'm like, whatever, it's staying in. I'm not gonna edit this shit. Just go with it and have fun, man. This way, it's not so stern and stoic. So I'll get that done. But otherwise, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to hopefully a nice quiet weekend. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You know, like I said, I got a Mike Piazza jersey I want to sell over at my eBay store. Like, unfortunately, I used up all my slots for the month. And I have 2 piles of cards that I hand-picked. I just never got around to listing these because of all this crazy shit. But we'll see what goes down when I have some time. Maybe tonight. I don't know, man. I keep saying I'm going to do something or that I had plans to do something, and it never comes into fruition. So I'm like, now it's just like, okay, let's see what happens. But at least I got this review done, so I'm happy with that. There's so many cards I got to get up at eBay, man. I am falling behind on my listings. There are all kinds of inserts and parallels, and God, man, the Jonah Tong sold. At least I got that going for me. But that money I made from that card has to go towards renewing my eBay business license. I've got to get that done. I have to get that shit done. But like I said, the face-to-face stuff is already done. You have to be in person. You got to do all this stuff in person, verify yourself, blah, blah, blah. So, at least that part of it is done. That part's done. Very happy with that. So, but again, folks, I'm not going to be live streaming here for much longer. I'm probably going to end this, at a, shorter pace because I still have a lot of stuff I got to do. I still got stuff I got to clean yet. And I want to photograph the thumbnail for that video I just filmed today. Get this review together, do the edits, whatnot, get it uploaded for your fine folks out there. I might go to the pool. I don't know what's going to happen today. Today is just a toss-up. I don't know. I could use a break. It was gorgeous last night on my patio. Oh my God, man. It was like 70 degrees last night. It was in that sweet spot where it's not too chilly and not too warm, and it wasn't like gross and humid. It was just beautiful last night. And if you can't tell, I could probably still use a little sleep, but I slept for like 9 hours last night, 10 hours, so I got a good night's sleep last night. That's because all this drama is finally starting to subside. You know what I mean? I had enough, man. Fuck these goofy, fucking wacky females. Fuck these females, man. They're just fucking goofy. They're fucking goofy. They're so goofy. But, clearly I need a little time to just, get outside and get some fresh air. But first things first, business first. I got to get these out to my customers before anything. So I'll probably go take a ride to Sam's Club. I got to get me another case of Red Bulls and all that kind of stuff, because they're dirt cheap over at Sam's Club right now. They're like $38 for a case of 24. That's cheap. They finally came down on their prices on the sugar-free Red Bulls, so that's good. So I'll take care of all that. Do what I got to do here at home. Maybe I'll give my apartment one good vacuuming. It kind of needs it, but man, I got to steam clean this place. Ugh. But at least I threw out 2 bags worth of shit. Oh man, the amount of garbage that I find sometimes, like old shipping boxes that I don't use anymore, that I know people around here can't use. As far as I'm aware, I'm like the only one that does what I do on eBay. So having all these extra boxes laying around, it just, you feel cramped in its space where you can put stuff that you can use. So it was nice just to get rid of like old t-shirts I don't use anymore. Old boxes, shredding paperwork that I don't need. Little knickknacks, like here, everybody's got that desk. This is that drawer. This one, I have 3 drawers for my work desk. This is the knickknack drawer. I have to go through this one. The other 2 I cleaned out already. But this one's got freaking pens that probably dried out and magic markers that are probably like 3-4 years old that don't work no more. Things like that. Been throwing away just junk. Yesterday when I came back home, I had, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Whenever that fuck that was. See, I have no concept of time either here, ladies and gentlemen. That's where I've been the past couple days. It's just been all over the fucking place. But I had a couple big bags of garbage I finally threw out, got rid of that. That made me happy, man. Because when I see open space on my carpet, with the only exception of those 6 MAGA hats that are sitting right there in these boxes here, hopefully somebody picks them up. I did throw some offers to a couple of potential customers out there that were watching them on eBay. I threw them a 10% offer. And they all have a bunch of watchers on them, except for one hat. I still got to get the jack-o'-lantern hat listed up there on eBay. I still got to comp that particular hat because that one's that's probably the rarer of all those hats that I got there. So we'll see. But man, I got 2 stacks of baseball cards here. I really need to sit down. It's going to cost me 70 cents a listing until July. So I got to make sure that the cards I list are well worth it, that at least I can make some of that money back. So this has to be very strategic. This happens sometimes with my eBay business. And this month was a little different because I've been trying to recycle a lot of my listings to get some of the older listings out the door. And some of the older listings did go out the door, which is good because that makes room for some of this newer stuff. But there's still over 600 listings over at my eBay store. And a lot of these cards are just sitting there. That's why I said, fuck it, let me relist some of them that are $3, $4, $5 as, auctions. Some of them moved, some of them didn't. That's just how it works. I can't make, unlike some other eBayers out there, or not eBayers, well, technically, yes, eBayers, but as a YouTuber and a content creator, that runs his own business, through YouTube, I can't make people, you got YouTubers out there that browbeat their viewers who are also potential customers. I don't do that shit. I'm one of them guys that understands you got jobs, you got bills, people are vacationing, the kids are out of school. Now that this Iran war is fucking done, hopefully the gas prices should come down a little bit, and hopefully I'll see a little bit more momentum. But every so often I get orders and waves and stuff, which is good. You know what I mean? You can't expect it every day. If you do like what I do, you'd be quite, at least in my experience, I'm now 2 years into this. You are quite foolish and naive if you think you're going to get orders every day. They're fucking baseball cards. You know what I mean? So you have to expect that. It's going to come in surges, so you have to be ready for that sort of thing, at least in my experience. If I get one order, I'm content with that. Would I like to get more orders? Shit, yes, of course. Who wouldn't? But you got to take it as you get it. And I'm always grateful and appreciative, guys. You will not hear me bitch, moan, whine, and complain. Or do it. I see other YouTubers doing it. A lot of those guys are getting into trouble. The internet has come down on a handful of fucking people that have been doing it. This, what's his name? Jeremy Hamley, I think his name is, the quartering. I stopped watching his bullshit a long time ago anyway. All of them talking heads, Tim Pool, Jeremy Hamley, Benny Johnson, all of them. I stopped watching them a long time ago because it's the same shit. The only one that I do watch, I don't watch Ben Shapiro. Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is the only one I watch because he's the only one that's logical and makes sense and actually has a sense of humor. I like his sarcasm. He's like the conservative Bill Maher. You know what I mean? But I don't watch any of them fuckers. And Jeremy Hamley got caught doing shit. And he's right. He's getting roasted, and rightfully so, for ripping his customers off and all that. Allegedly. And some other fuck shit that he got caught doing or whatever it is. Weird stuff that he does offline. Whatever, man. Each to their own with that. Not going to dip my toes into that pool because that pool is gross. Or this DSP character, whatever his name is, Darkside Phil, or whatever the fuck he calls himself. That dude is just impossible, man. I mean, I know I shill my eBay business and the channel, but damn, this guy is like awful. Sorry, I need my reading glasses for that. Who just showed up here? Oh, Ziggy. What's up, Ziggy? How you doing, man? Yeah, there's a couple of them, dude. There's a couple of my neighbors here where I live, surprisingly, are Knicks fans. I'm not the only New York sports fan to live here in Charlotte. But hopefully they're not burning school buses up like they did the other night, which I thought was fucking stupid and childish. Typical New York nonsense. You don't even play the game, and yet you're burning your own home down. It doesn't make any sense. When the Giants won Super Bowl 42 and Super Bowl 46, I wasn't lighting buses on fire. We were bar hopping, me and a couple other guys. So, yeah, I'm not interested. I'm not a basketball fan. I mean, congratulations, the New York team finally won a title in something, but I won't be happy until these guys win something up there. But they're looking pretty good, man. They're well over 500 at this point, the Yankees. So, and what's his face there? Spencer Jones is finally starting to come into his own. One of my viewers, who's a Yankees fan, actually posted in the chat that he hit his first home run out of Yankee Stadium at home for a total of 2 home runs on the season for a rookie. So that's pretty good. The Yankees are doing real good now, man. If they can continue this momentum after the All-Star break, they're almost a shoo-in for fucking postseason this year. We'll see. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, man. Again, with Ohtani, Freeman, all them guys, Betts, with Diaz now on the mound. Jeez, man. Rice should get more love. Oh, he's got plenty of love. He's got plenty of love, but he's underrated right now. That's the problem. Severely underrated. So wait until after the All-Star break. That's when you'll start to see everything kind of fall into place. We shall see. Jason has been... Dominguez. Yeah, Dominguez, Volpe, those guys just... I don't know, man. Especially Volpe. I don't know who's worse out of the two. I don't know if Dominguez or Volpe is the worst of the two, but, it's... Everybody else, man. Jazz Chisholm's doing great, and Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is Goldschmidt, and, until the captain comes back, until his ribs heal up with that injury that he's got, they're not doing too bad without him. I'm very surprised by the Yankees right now. Trent Grisham is doing great. I mean, so far so good for my Yankees. The Mets, on the other hand, not even worth discussing. If one of my buddies was here, I'm not going to mention his name on camera, who lives here, who I talk a lot of baseball with. He is not, except for what's his name, McClain, on the mound for the Mets. I fucking so doing this shit. It's not even worth talking about. Jason was a bigger hype. They called it, The Martian. Yeah. Yep. Well, now I think he's playing in right field instead of left field, isn't he? I haven't been paying attention to the position changes lately. Again, I've been swamped. The only time I've really been able to pay attention to a lot of the stats and things like that, I haven't sat down and watched a full game in weeks and weeks and weeks. But I think they position swapped him. I think he's out in right field now, isn't he, if I'm not mistaken, instead of left field? Because I think Bellinger is supposed to be playing out in left. You got Bellinger out there. Volpe's still playing shortstop. Chisholm is, will switch between third and second or whatever. Volpe is not just he'll never be. That's true. That's true. That's actually true. I remember back in 2023, a couple of years ago, they were grooming him to be the next Derek Jeter, and then I don't know what happened after his rookie year, because the following year was just 2024 was shit. He did nothing. I don't know what happened, man. Last year was even worse, and now this year, it's his bat. His bat, he still can't. He's not connecting proper, man. I don't know what it is. His shortstop skills are beginning to kind of like gel a bit more, but his bat sucks. I watched the highlights recently with him, as a matter of fact. He's been clubbing them in the infield. You're lucky if he gets a base hit someplace here or there, or an RBI, but, excuse me, after that, what happened to that magical torpedo bat of his? Remember when all that shit happened a couple of years ago? I guess the torpedo bat doesn't work anymore. Ooh, excuse me. What time we got here? 11 o'clock, and I still haven't got this phone call yet. I'm surprised. Except for this Boost Mobile message. That doesn't... My bill's not due until after July 17th or something. So fuck you, Boost. But anyway, folks, I'll be honest, I think I pretty much said everything I wanted to say, everybody. Thank you for the baseball talk, Ziggy. Baseball's always welcome over here. Talking about some sports. My Germans, by the way. Are you going to Natty? Nah, none of them. I don't have the time. Unfortunately, There was a Heroes comic convention here in Charlotte I missed out on because of all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. Man, I haven't been to conventions, music concerts, shows, comic book shows, any of that in years, man. I just don't have the time. Yeah, I might, somewhere down the line, some way, somehow, but the cards have to be in the right place, man. It's just after everything that's gone on, and now I just got past all this other bullshit, which if you notice, I'm trying not to get into. I want to move away from all of that shit. And now I'm picking up the pieces and trying to get myself back in order here again. But yeah, me too, man. I would love to meet some other people out there. All credit where credit is due, and I used to do all that Star Wars stuff back in the days, all dressed up in costume, and you meet people from all over the fucking country, man, especially if you had a name in the hobby doing that stuff. You meet all sorts of characters, man. It'd be like a swap meet. Guys would give away their trading cards and challenge coins and, getting a toy talking. Before you know it, man, you meet people in Jersey and Connecticut and all over the place, man, hanging out at each other's homes. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. I would love to go to a toy convention. I would love that. But like I said, they had Heroes here in Charlotte recently. I think it was in Charlotte. Couldn't do it, unfortunately. Somewhere down the line, I will. But anyway, guys, look forward to live long and prosper. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, he just said that Star Trek Season 4 of Strange New Worlds is coming out. And it looks like a CG mess. I'll stick to my OG stuff. Thank you very much. I'm going to go take a walk over, or I just might drive. You know what? I got to go to Sam's Club anyway. Might as well just drive. Go get some stuff. And everybody, thank you once again, like always. Shameless e-beg before I go. You know what to do. The links to my eBay store and coffee are in every live stream in short. And now, hopefully, new review should be out by today. And I'll get that all uploaded. I got to take a photo for thumbnails for this recent review that I have to edit, all that good stuff. And we'll get into some more hobby talk somewhere down the line. You guys know me, I do live streams quite often these days and some YouTube shorts here and there. And hopefully I get to review all these Transformers and He-Man toys and that mini Voltron. I definitely want to get the 15-piece vehicle Voltron, the mini one like that. And they look like they're readily available, so I can get them anytime I want. There's no rush. But I had to get the Lion Bot first. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Live long and prosper. All that good stuff. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Bye.